Okay, Leos, we're going to kind of get into it. Let's see. This is what this reading is about. You have the Ten of Wands, you have the Three of Swords reversed, you have the Queen of Wands reversed, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. The Ten of Wands is indicating that there was something that you were really working towards for a very long time, and it was a lot. You were like schlepping these sticks, or your own personal sticks, up a hill. And it's about kind of really putting the work in, the effort into something. Because this is a little bit more in the past, I believe you might have either achieved this already, you got to where you needed to go with this, or you're on to entering the next phase of whatever this represents for you. But you've had some kind of burdens. You might have felt a little overwhelmed at times. You might have felt like, how am I going to do this? But there was something that you had to stay committed to. And usually this is a little bit of a longer commitment. It's not like a fly-by-night. This could even just be you juggling aspects of your life or whatever, you know, the different things going on with you. But it's interesting because you have the Three of Wands with this. So you were releasing some type of heartbreak. I wonder if the Ten of Wands, maybe you felt overburdened and you kind of got to the point where you either needed to release somebody or something. So there was some kind of a release of some heartbreak. It could just even be you having to heal with yourself, because you have the Queen of Wands here and then the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles reversed, these both are reversed, is all about kind of working on yourself. It could indicate a little bit of perfectionism, but I really see it as, you know, you're doing the work on yourself that you need to do for yourself, you know, to make yourself better or to even heal. So I feel like with the Three of Swords here reversed, you were healing from something, really working on your own stuff. And the Queen of Wands reversed, to me, she lacks a lot of confidence when she's in the reverse stage. So I wonder if there was something that kind of shook you a little bit, knocked you down a little bit. There might have been a period of like heavy burdens or whatever, and it just kind of shook your confidence, and it might have made you feel like, I don't want to say that you're not in control, but it kind of gave you a little bit of a, you were having a moment. I think it was a long moment though. But I think that you're healing from that. I think you're kind of realizing that it kind of knocked your confidence, whatever this represents, but you're trying to work on that within yourself. Maybe you were involved in some business or project or friendship or whatever, and for whatever reason it might not have been as good for you as you anticipated it was going to be, and it kind of left you feeling heartbroken, and maybe it knocked your confidence, or you just felt like you weren't in control. You didn't have that like pizzazz that you guys often have. But I think you're actually working on certain things with yourself to try to maybe kind of make a comeback from that. Now, in your current energies, though, you have the Page of Swords reversed with the Death. Now, the Page of Swords reversed, you know, this is about, you know, having ideas, but not really fully committing to something. It could be a little bit of, you know, negative self-talk. He's in the reverse position. You know, the pages, they're the youth of the tarot, but I see him as being a little more immature in the reverse position. So it could be a little bit more of this, like, this flighty, negative self-talk, being kind of like, I don't want to say sarcastic about things, or just kind of not really being committed to something. And Death is saying that, I wonder if there was something regarding this that you're still working on, and you're actually transitioning now into more of a productive phase, even just mentally, because the Page of Swords could indicate that you were having a period of kind of feeling sorry for yourself as well. Or you could even be dealing with somebody, because, you know, this doesn't necessarily mean it was just you. This could have been brought on from somebody else. So maybe there was somebody a little bit more like more mentally immature, but for whatever reason, you're kind of transitioning from this. So that's good. So there might have been some kind of lack of commitment, some doubting yourself, you know, and you're starting to transition out of that. But what's coming in for you is very interesting, because we have the Five of Swords reversed, and the Eight of Wands. So I really feel like there's somebody else involved in this situation, as there oftentimes is. The Five of Swords reverse is almost like making amends, taking another look at something, letting bygones be bygones. In the reverse position, it's kind of trying to get to more of a common ground with someone else. Or it could even just be you mentally just trying to get to more of a peaceful place within yourself. But the Eight of Wands indicates like quick movement. So I think if there was someone else you were dealing with that was a little bit difficult, I think things are going to be getting into a better place potentially with that person. There's going to be kind of this, I don't want to say reconciliation necessarily, but just this, the extension of the olive branch, and I think it's going to actually move quickly. So, but what your challenge is regarding this, you have the Page of Wands reverse and the Five of Cups reverse. Now, the Page of Wands reverse, he's my little like ADD, ADHD, whatever you want to say. He's my little attention deficit kind of guy. He's all over the place. He's a great card. He's a great energy to have, but he's very wanting to try different things, he's on a journey on his path, and eventually he gets there, but he kind of tries things along the way. So sometimes that's a really good energy to have, but in the reverse, it's a little too much scattered. So I think your challenge is to not be so scattered, to try to commit to something a little bit more, because some of you might be still experiencing these burdens here, because I don't necessarily think that these were released. I just think that I wonder if you're being distracted, especially whatever this might be on top of this, and you might be feeling a little worn out, a little bit spread thin, a little bit like you don't know exactly what to do next or how you should do something. That's what I'm kind of getting. And the Five of Cups reverse, the Five of Cups reverse, though, as a challenge, it's saying that you need to release the old wounds from the past. The Five of Cups upright, the guy is fixated on the things that are not going well in his life. But in reverse, it's indicating that you need to kind of just release some of that hurt. And I think you had started that over here. But I wonder if this Page of Swords, if this represents somebody else, or even sometimes we just get into our heads again and we start kind of this negative Nancy kind of stuff. I wonder if some of you are still in that, you're working on yourself, but you might be still feeling a little hurt by a situation, but you know what you need to do, but it's still like lingering. So your challenge is really to kind of commit to something and really move forward with something, but also release the things that have not worked for you. This could be a person as well. And don't just focus on the stuff that isn't working, because I wonder if some of you is focusing on too much stuff right now that didn't work, or even things in the past, and it's leaving you kind of scattered and all over the place. And I feel like you might be a little bit mentally drained, and the Page of Swords reverse could be indicating that you're just mentally drained because you're like all over the place. You're really kind of like cynical, kind of like negative or whatever, and you need to transition from that, And even the Five of Swords reversed here could indicate you might even need to make peace with yourself. This could be you have to maybe make peace with somebody else, or there should be some kind of conversation, but it also could be indicating that you might need to make peace with the situation, whatever broke your heart, you might need to just forgive yourself for something. But what's recommended for you regarding this whole thing, you have Strength reversed, you have the Seven of Swords reversed, and then you have the Queen of Swords. So Strength reversed, Strength reversed to me is like a very soft, gentle control card. It could indicate that you're not really taking control of a situation, that you're feeling depleted. So that might be pointing towards that you need to acknowledge that if you are feeling like you don't have the oomph or the ability to move forward with something or try something or fix something. But I feel that the Strength reversed is here saying that you just have to be gentle with yourself, be gentle with the situation, because I feel like it's kind of been a little bit, you guys been going through it a little bit. So it could just also indicate that things might not get fixed overnight. You know, there might not be immediate like results, or the situation might not be quite the way you want it overnight. So I feel this is really saying about some patience, because she's very, very patient. But I feel like in the reverse, you need even extra patience. But what's interesting here is you got the Seven of Swords reversed. Now, the Seven of Swords could indicate that you need to be aware if there's sneaky business going on, you know, especially in the reverse. I feel like it's almost like indicating that you might become aware of some sneaky business. So you'll know if that resonates for you. But I also feel the Seven of Swords in reverse with this combination. I wonder if some of you are trying to keep something very close to yourself, like not actually tell other people some plan you have or what you're doing. There might be almost like this lack of communication. You might be scared of getting hurt again, or having people, because I feel like your confidence is a little shaken here. I think you're trying to work on it. You're working on something, but I feel like you guys have this little like, you're not as confident as you normally are. So there might be something that you're doing. It's going to take time, but you might not want to let anybody know, because you're like, oh my God, what if it just like doesn't work or whatever? What if it's a disaster again or something like that, you know? But I think that with this combination here, I think it's saying that you should kind of let people know, because that's what I'm getting. Like with the Seven of Swords reversed, to me, it's almost like letting somebody know, because this card could be also a card about like, I like to think positive. It could be a card about sneakiness. It absolutely could be. But I like to think it's a card of strategy, especially because it's recommended for you. You know, sometimes you have to be a little strategic in a situation. You have to have the little finesse. You need to be a little delicate, potentially, with certain situations or with people. And I really feel like this is saying that if there's something that you feel like almost you're not able to handle yourself, don't just keep that to yourself, because I wonder if you have somebody in your life or whatever who really can help you with something, or even if they could just help you with your confidence or something, because I'm really getting that you need to almost like make amends with, even make peace with yourself, you know? So I think that if you have some plans that you've been keeping quiet, I think you need to share it. And especially with the Queen of Swords here, this woman is not messing around. She is no bullshit. She's not having it. But she's very direct. She's very logical. She sees things for what they are. She's not getting her emotions sucked in. So I wonder if some of you, because you have this like Queen of Wands reversed over here, did I say Queen of Wands? The Queen of Swords I meant. Sorry, I don't remember what I said. But a Queen of Wands is over here. In reverse, some of you might be lacking that confidence. You might be feeling like you're not capable of doing something, even though I think you're working on it. It just, something might be, you're still in that phase of like, okay, we're going to see how this goes. But I think this is saying that you need to just not focus so much on whatever didn't work, because the Three of Swords reversed is about needing to release that. The Five of Cups is also about needing to, reversed is about kind of needing to release some of that stuff as well. So I think you need to see things for what they are, but don't be afraid to talk to somebody about it if you need, because this woman, if she needs to say something to you, she's going to say it to you. You're going to know. So I just feel like you might need to have that energy where you're not like keeping something to yourself, where it might be better to kind of share it with somebody else, because maybe they could help you, even like say like, yes, you could do it, or I'm here for you if you need help, or even if you need a hug or whatever, if you need coffee or whatever. I think there's something that you should share regarding the situation, potentially with somebody else. But I think she's also saying that if somebody was, I don't want to say a little difficult, because with this Five of Swords reversed here, I feel like if you are making amends, then I think this would also be recommending that if you talk to somebody about this, just be very, I don't want to say be very blunt, you don't want to, like, you know, just, but be direct, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't pussyfoot around it, kind of get right to it type of thing. Let's see what else we got for you with the other cards. You got 59, Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibilities. And this is just saying that you just need to kind of, I feel like you might not really be seeing or knowing exactly what's going to be coming forward or in the future. So you just need to kind of just be open, like roll with the punches type of thing. So just roll with the punches. pink opal, be kind to yourself. And I think that's really necessary here, because I think that, there was some type of heartbreak and some kind of disappointment, and I think it really shook your confidence. You're probably getting down on yourself, because that's what I'm getting with this Page of Swords, but you just need to be kind to yourself. And I think it's just going to require patience, and I think it's like a situation that requires healing as well. And then you have passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. And I kind of feel like, because there's no fun here. This is all like emotional. It's all kind of your thoughts and everything. It's heavy. You need to have some fun. So there's something you definitely need to have some fun with. And then you have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. Now, I feel like this kind of concept is still going with the starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. This could represent a soulmate. This could represent like making a new friend or a new situation. But I think this is saying that the way you expect this outcome to go, or this situation to go, might not be quite exactly the way you thought it was going to go. It might go a different kind of way. So I think you just need to roll with the punches a little bit. And then we have nucleus, the power within stars. Oh, let me read that again. Nucleus, the power within stars is the power within you. Full moon, protect your energy and hold your stars close. Now, this is saying that you are the master of your own destiny, that you can do this, like you are your own shining star. So don't, have that confidence, just know that you are like a very special person, everybody's special, but you have something to contribute to the world, to others, to whatever you're trying to do, and you have that spark, you have that little like shining light about you. And then the full moon, protect your energy and hold your stars close. And I think this is just saying that, because I feel like this is a little bit of like a heavy situation. Don't deplete yourself, because I feel like there's a lot of healing going on. There might be other people involved in this healing. But just, you have to make sure that you're focusing on the things that you need to focus on that are better for you. Now you have a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And you know what? It's going to be one step at a time. Because like I said, I don't think this is going to go... I think certain aspects are going to go quickly. I think if you start kind of... Whatever this is represents with this... maybe with yourself or somebody else, this kind of coming to common ground. I think that's going to start moving things a little faster. But then other things may just... it takes one step at a time. And I don't think you're going to know the outcome, because I feel like things might transpire a little bit different than you thought they were going to, or than you expected. But I just think you need to just be open right now and just go one step at a time. Now 3 of these kind of came out, and I was like, I'm taking all 3 for you guys. So these are little affirmation things. You have, today I am brilliant. Today every idea I have is creative, thoughtful, and full of potential. There you guys go. So you're brilliant. Then you have, today I am brave. Today I will step up to every challenge with courage. And then you have, today I will look ahead. Today I will see my future. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful life I'm looking forward to. And that is absolutely wonderful. So, and the spirit that shall be with you during this time is, you have the spirit of the Ace of Drinks, which is the spirit of the water. Okay, and for the dinner and a movie that's recommended for you at this moment, you have romance movies and Italian food for the energies that you either need to tap into or be aware of. Okay, so you have Virgos. Now, Virgos, I see them as being very detail-orientated. I see them as being very analytical, very organized. So I feel like maybe you need to be really focusing in on the details. If you have a lot of distractions going in, kind of, I don't want to say tunnel vision it on the most important aspects, but don't get carried away, because I feel like you might need to even mentally just be very organized right now. And you also have Leo, and this is recommended that you just have confidence. It's all about kind of being your individuality, kind of just having that confidence, having that pride in yourself and the actions that you're taking. And you also have the North Node here, which represents destiny, and you have Venus, which is all about love, and being attractive and all the abundance and everything. So I just think that you need to maybe just feel that energy of just like having, being abundant, even if you're not abundant in everything, just be thankful for the things that you do have. So, and I feel like that's kind of going with the Five of Cups here reversed as your challenge, because the Five of Cups reversed is feeling happy for the things that you do have and looking at the bright side of this stuff. So you just might need to just like, really look at the bright side of this situation right now. Now you have number 2, which is an even number, so that means a special guest that'll be answering your questions today, Leos, will be Mr. Predicto. Think of those questions. He'll be out here shortly. Okay, so we have a couple things. So you have the fish that has been picked clean. This guy had a bad day. The buzzards came, the seagulls, and he just kind of picked him clean. But this is always representing that sometimes you get stripped to a foundation. And I feel like whatever happened, there was some disappointment, and it might have made you feel like you were stripped to a foundation, or kind of something was stripped away from you, or it might make you feel bare, or just not as, I don't say protected, but just like more exposed, weak. There's something going on. But this fish, I like to think he's going to resurrect himself by just sheer will alone. And he's going to build his skin much better, and he's going to have armor next time. So it's almost like sometimes we get brought down, things happen, but when we rebuild, we're going to rebuild stronger. You know what I'm saying? So it's harder to take us down next time. Now, you have the bow here, and I always see these bows as like you tie them the way you want to tie them. So however you want to make this, you can tie it yourself. Like you can create it the way you want it to look. So that's how I always see that. And then you have the open heart here, and this is just saying that you need to keep, like, don't be closed off. Like, you need to have go forward with an open heart on something. And especially with the Queen of Swords here being recommended, you might have to have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody. Maybe they did you a little dirty, and you need to kind of, like, explain to them, maybe gently, depending on the situation, how they did you dirty or something. There might be something, or you have to just have faith that something will work well for you, and you might be down and out, but you're in this phase of like kind of trying to push something forward, or trying to work on yourself, or kind of just like get back to feeling the way you might have felt in a good place, I should say. And then, okay, let's get this little guy here. And we have clarity. And that's also going with that Queen of Swords. I think you're getting clarity on something, and it could even indicate that if your emotions were kind of getting the best of you, or your thoughts, negative thinking, you're kind of clearing that out. You might just be having a little bit more peace within yourself and kind of gaining some clarity through that. Okay, here he is. Think of those questions, Leos, and we shall begin. Oh, Mr. Predicto, the most accurate prediction device to ever run off the batteries. What is the answer to Leo's question?
It cannot be determined at this time.
Just in case you didn't hear him, he said it cannot be determined at this time. Mr. Predicto was a man of many words, and those were the words he chose to speak here today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, lifetime, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.